Good morning, metalheads. We're now on day 2 of having the new Garrett Vortex in hand here in England, and things are not boding well. We're in the middle of a storm, it's blowing a hoolie, it keeps throwing down with rain, but I've got things to do with the machine. The Americans, they've had the machine a few days longer than us, and all kinds of problems are filtering through. So I'm not a professional tester. I'm just going to try and pick up on some of the tests that those guys have been doing and see if I can raise some UK data. So without further ado, let's get on with it.
Percy is the custard crusader, out on the fields of the Shires. He is like a Viking invader, scouring the land to his desire. With Barney by his side, he scours a land of plenty. To discover he will find, his hair is almost trendy. The Custard Crusader, oh, oh, the Custard Crusader, oh, oh.
Now the first problem we've hit is charging. I've used the recommended power of charger, 5 watt, 2 amp, Samsung charger, expensive piece of kit, and for my first initial charging it's taken a full 12 hours to charge the unit, which isn't sounding good. This is being reported back from the colonies, and I think Garrett are aware of this problem and are working on getting that one fixed really quickly. So I've now got a fully charged detector, and word from Garrett is do not use your machine out in the field until you've given it a full initial first charging. Secondly, there seems to be problems with how the VDI numbers are coming through on different coins. Now there's plenty of data being collected in America on the coinage over there, but I think it's time that I've got some UK coins out of different ages and run through them and see if we can get some detail there.
Percy is the Custard Crusader, out on the fields of the Shires. He is like a Viking invader, scouring the land to his desire. With Barney by his side, he scours a land of plenty. To discover he will find, his hair is almost trendy. The Custard Crusader, oh, oh, the Custard Crusader, oh, oh.
Now the first problem we've hit is charging. I've used the recommended power of charger, 5 watt, 2 amp, Samsung charger, expensive piece of kit, and for my first initial charging it's taken a full 12 hours to charge the unit, which isn't sounding good. This is being reported back from the colonies, and I think Garrett are aware of this problem and are working on getting that one fixed really quickly. So I've now got a fully charged detector, and word from Garrett is do not use your machine out in the field until you've given it a full initial first charging. Secondly, there seems to be problems with how the VDI numbers are coming through on different coins. Now there's plenty of data being collected in America on the coinage over there, but I think it's time that I've got some UK coins out of different ages and run through them and see if we can get some detail there. Oh my days, what have I set myself up for? This is going to take a fair bit of time, and it'll probably be the most boring video I've produced, but hey, it's gathering data. What I've decided I'm going to do is work with pre-decimal coins, silvers, pre-decimal coins, coppers, and then do a section of hammered coins, gold coins, the more Roman coins, the more rarer, older things to find. So starting off with batch number 1, let me flip the camera. Pre-decimal silvers. Now I'm using 4 denominations: half crown, 2 shilling, shilling and sixpence. The top row are 925 silver. The second row are 50% silver, and the third row are no silver content cupro nickel. Now the one snag I've come up with is that I don't have a 50% silver half crown, but pretty much most of it's there. Now any kind of testing, I think you can't just test one machine. You got to have a control, haven't you? You've got to have something to balance your numbers across. And the one machine I think I can get away with is the Apex, but the coils are different. There's the big Raider coil on the Vortex, and it's only the smaller Viper coil on the Apex. But as needs must, I mean, I could throw the 400i into the mix, but that's just a single frequency machine, and I want it in multi-frequency. So enough of the garble. I'll do a factory reset on the Apex, so I'll try and make it as fair can be, and the Vortex will be on its first switch on factory settings as comes from Garrett. On we go. Okay metalheads, let's see if we can fly through this silver coins section. Over there is the Vortex powered up. Over there is the Apex powered up, factory reset, so they're not chattering to each other. On the bonnet we've got the coins. Down there we've got the fines boards. So let's make a start. Queen Victoria, half crown, 925 silver. Middle of the board. Vortex. Try and get the light right on the screen. $83. Over to the Apex. Same angle of attack. 93. 93, 94. So there's a bit of disparity there. I'd like to have seen the Vortex hitting in the 90s. Back to the board. Let's go to the other half crown. As I say, we haven't got a 50% silver. We've got a George VI cupro nickel on the board. You know the routine now. Let's smash through these. $60 on the Vortex. I've got to keep them so far apart because they'll end up chattering to each other. Apex 61, 62. Right, they're quite on par with each other. I'm liking that. Right, onto the 2 shillings. Queen Victoria, Gothic florin, 925 silver. Vortex 83 again, same as the half crown. No, in fact it's 83, 86. Now I'm thinking that the Apex should be throwing a 90 on this, maybe. '92, '91, '92. These big coins really should be throwing 90s. Right. George V, 2 shilling, 50% silver on the board. Vortex 79. Apex 81. Yeah, I think the numbers are dropping down because we've got the copper element in those 50%ers. So down to no silver. Queen Elizabeth II, Cupro nickel, 2 shillings. Vortex 60. Apex 60. Bang on the same with each other. Right, that's completed the 2 shillings. We're down to the 1 shilling. Queen Victoria Jubilee head, 925 silver. Vortex 83. Now that half crown, that massive great half crown, the full silver was throwing an 83. The shilling full silver throwing an 83. There's no difference between what the two were reading. There should be a major difference. Apex 89. Big high silver number. I'm liking that. I've got numbers flying through my head at the moment because I'm going so fast at it. It's really going to need this video completing and sitting down and watching it, analysing it, writing it down on a spreadsheet. Right, what we got here? George V, 50% silver. Vortex 75. Oh, I dropped to 71. What we got? Slightly jumping, 71, 75. Back to the apex. $76. Pretty much on par with the Vortex. Coin change. This should now take us down to Cupro nickel. At the second, no silver content. Vortex 52. Apex 51. 51, 52, very similar to the Vortex. Okay, nearly through the silver section, 3 coins to go. Queen Victoria, young head, 925 silver. Vortex 79. Apex 81. It's got a neighbour heading out. 50% silver. My hands are turning blue. George V. Go quick on this because the neighbour's heading out. In fact, let me stand clear a minute. Move the board so she can get out. It's hardly laboratory conditions, is it, guys? Hardly laboratory conditions. Wow, it is bitter. I'll tell you what, time is flying by when I'm doing this testing. Right, 50% silver. Vortex 65. Apex 70. Final coin, Queen Elizabeth II, Cupro nickel. Sixpence, that is. Vortex 45. Final swing with the Apex 44, 45. Okay, that concludes the silver coins VDI test. I'm going to cut both detectors off, go and warm my hands up and select some copper alloy pre-decimals. Right, I'm cutting down on the amount of coins per section. This will be the copper coins section, or copper alloys, bronze. I needed to put so many in the silver section because of the different mixes. So, from the top, we have George III cartwheel penny, George III big penny, William III half penny, George II farthing, and then a set of more recent Victoria penny, Victoria half penny, Victoria farthing. Right, let's get the detectors back out on these. Okay, metalheads, same routine as before. Starting with George III cartwheel penny. It's like a manhole cover, clunk. Vortex 89. Apex 96, 95, 96. That's where I'd expect it to be. They are such huge great coins. 1 ounce of copper. George III penny. Vortex 79. Apex, I think that's going to be, off the top of my head, probably about 84. 82, 83. Know your machines, innit, kids? William III halfpenny. Vortex 71. Apex 75. Now I think if I were to bring the 400i into this equation, we'd be hitting even bigger, higher numbers on the 400. What do we got here? George II farthing. Vortex 75. Not even getting a chance to get into the menu settings on the Vortex and choose programs and eliminate things. This is just a straight out of the box VDI test. Apex 76. Down to the bottom row, the Queen Victoria's young head penny. Vortex 71. Tell you what, that Vortex feels blooming comfortable in hand. I know I'm rushing backwards and forwards machine to machine. The Apex hand grips are a lot thinner. Apex 75, whereas the Vortex has got much more of a robust hand grip on it. I'm quite liking the feel and the weight and the balance on that machine. Coming up next, Queen Victoria Veil Head halfpenny. Yeah, there's a lot more in hand on there, look. So, Vortex 65. Apex 67. And our final coin, Queen Victoria farthing. Can't see what variety that is, probably a young head. Vortex 55. Final swing in this copper alloy section from the Apex. $57. Okay, that completes the copper section. Let's get some specials out. Okay, this will be our third and final section of the VDI testing. This I'll call the specials section. This is the real good stuff here. So, from the top we've got the hammered coins. King John short cross penny, 11.99 to 12.16. Secondly, Edward the First, 12.79 onwards. Third, a half groat of Henry the Sixth, so 14.50s. A huge sixpence, Elizabeth the First, 15.61, and a copper hammered Jetton, Hans Crowwinkle, Germany, mid 1500s on that. Down to the Roman section. That's a stunner, that is. That's probably my best coin ever. A silver denarius of the Emperor Hadrian, early 2nd century. These are a bit difficult to see, but we've got a sestertius of Marcus Aurelius or Antoninus Pius maybe. Then we've got smaller Dupondius, I think with the long neck on that, we're probably talking Tiberius. And then a very chipped and battered 3rd century radiate coin of Electus. Down to the gold section at the bottom, 24 karat gold, quarter guinea, George III, 1762. A 24 karat gold Georgian wedding band, probably around 1730 to 1750. And then a more modern 9 karat gold, very tiny, almost like a child's ring or a young woman's ring. That makes up our 3rd and final section. Here we go one more time then. King John short cross hammered penny. Vortex 55. Getting rained on, so the screens are getting a bit of moisture on them, but hopefully these numbers are still coming through for you. Apex 53. One thing to bear in mind with these hammered coins is they are in quite good condition, not much chipped off them. Edward I long cross penny, a bit thinner than the short cross. Vortex 60. I know this is a real long-winded way, but I haven't got a desk garden or anything. Apex 58, 59. I know if that was the 400i, they'd be ringing up as 79, a lot higher. But this is multi-frequency against multi-frequency. The Henry VI half groat, that's the equivalent of 2 pennies for those from overseas. Vortex 65. Apex 63. These thin hammers are very close to each other on both machines so far. Elizabeth I sixpence. Vortex 65. I remember I found that with the 400i, and that rang as an 84 on that machine. Apex. $69.70. Right, onto the hammered copper Jetton. Hans Krauwinkel, German. Vortex 52. The conductivity of the copper being less than the silver, that's dropped the VDIs down. Apex 52. Just hope these wafer thin hammered coins don't blow away in this storm. Roman section, the Emperor Hadrian silver denarius, Vortex 71, Apex 75. The thumping big bronze Sestercius. Vortex 79. Apex there, this is where the discrepancy is happening. Look, 88. It's these big chunkers where there's discrepancy. Those big silver coins. Right, next size down, the Roman Dupondius. Vortex 75. I don't know if this is of any interest to you guys or not, or whether you think it's as boring as I don't know what. Apex 76. And then the smaller, thinner 3rd century radiate crown electus. Vortex 55. Apex 55. Parity between the two units. Right, that concludes the coins. There goes my hat. Right, the low conductors, the gold, which is what we're all after. So the George III quarter guinea. Vortex 52. Apex 52, 53. Very close again. The 24-karat gold Georgian wedding band, 1700s. Vortex 52. Apex 53. And our final one, the 9-karat gold, teeny tiny finger ring. Vortex 45. In fact, I'm just going back to that. I'm going to raise the coil higher and higher and see where it holds it at. I'm at about 4 inches, 6 inches. That's got to be a pinpointer. Still pulling. Sounds dropping off, but still pulling at sort of 8 inches deep. That's reassuring. And we'll do that final air depth test. I know these figures don't mean nothing compared to soil buried finds in the field, but Apex 41, 42. Right, we're at lost it there. About 8 inches on the Apex. Okay, that concludes the VDI tests and comparisons. I'll be back for a roundup in a minute. Well, stone the crows, metalheads. I'm chilled to the bone after that exercise. It's been fun though, and at least it's recorded some data. Hopefully that's going to be of some use to any new Vortex owners, even Apex owners, or if you're switching up from Apex to a Vortex. And maybe Garrett, you'll find that data useful. I know that there's issues around the VDI numbers, especially on the bigger silver. that's been detected in America. There's very little difference VDI between the full dollars and the half dollars, and it's looking like that's being repeated to some extent here in the UK on the 2 shilling and the half crown. Anyway, it is what it is, and it's not out in a field digging it out of the ground, but fill your boots. Right, metalheads, I've spent the time to write these results out for us, all on spreadsheets, Vortex against Apex, coin type, 3 different sheets. I'll screenshot those and attach them at the end of this video. Then if you want to screenshot them yourself, keep them for reference, then maybe that'll help you in the field, give you some kind of target ID ideas. I'm going to wrap this video up completely now, and I'll have to do a separate one when I've sat and analysed these and draw some conclusions on what's occurring with the Vortex. See you next time. Bye bye.